welcome back. We are back sowing wheat. We've actually had some rain. That's even better news. I better start with that. So 20 mil of rain. We were just on the edge of it. You don't have to go very much further to the east, and I didn't get much at all. And then you go to the west, you go 20 k's west from us, and they sort of had 40 to 45 mil. Hearing lots of 30s, mid 30s, which is fantastic. So we just jagged the 20s. So sun's shining again now. It's cleared up and doesn't sort of look like there's much on the horizon for the next 10 days. Tony's spraying and Brendan's on the seeder. Loaded hay, which you would have just seen. That was actually yesterday morning. That's the last probably load of hay we'll sell for a while. I actually was going to do a video yesterday, but the GoPro was flat, and then I left it in the telehandler, and by the time I got it and charged it, the day was about done. So anyway, that's all right. You didn't miss out on too much. So the header and tractor's still over the river. We need to go and pick them up probably tomorrow. And our next block, which we might go and have a look at in a minute, and where we're going to sow, we're going to just had Matt, our agronomist, our winter crop agronomist, out an hour ago, and just had a look around it, and we're actually looking like it's got a bit of couch grass and that sort of stuff on it, which I'll show you, but we might spray it and then hit it again with a disc or a speed tiller or something. So we'll just see. We've got a little bit more contracting work to do, so we might just juggle the air seed around while we're doing that job, but we probably need to get the Magnum tractor back here. So we're going to we've got some bulrushes and the rice stubble and the corn stubble. We're going to hire a big mulcher to mulch all them. So it's actually out in Victoria, so I need to organise that, and I can bring that back. It's going to work in pretty well having the tractor over there. I can bring that back when we do. So no, but there's the pace has gone out of the job a little bit. We've got 70 hectares left around the back here to sow, and everything will be planted out the back here. Emergence is a little bit patchy, but we're just gonna there's a bit of wheat early stuff that we sowed before Easter. I was a bit concerned we might have had to re-sow it, but Agro reckons it's going to be fine. So but all the other canolas and that ticking along not too badly. So ideally, another 25 or 30 mil of rain would be fantastic, but we'll just have to suck it and see what's going on. But we are going to take the opportunity to get a bit of in-crop spraying done on those early crops while we can. So just in case it does rain or dries out more or something like that. So anyway, we'll keep tracking and see what we can find. Brendan just needs a couple of things. Whether you can tell well the camera shows it, but you can see the parallelogram, just the press wheel following the ground, and just moving up and down. The seed boot moving up and down with it. So conditions are pretty well spot on here in this lighter country after the 20 mil we had. So getting to the pointy end of it, which is good, but seems to work this system. But I think what we're going to do after sowing is we'll pull all the row units off and re-bush it all. There's quite a bit of movement and that sort of stuff in some of them, so we'll pull it down and new pins and new bushes, and I think what I'm thinking is we'll pull the row units off the bar, a couple of bolts, and you can drop them off, and then it just saves crawling around underneath it. You do need to punch some of them out with a hammer, and sort of press them back in, so it is much easier to get them out in the open to handle them. Just have a look here. There he is. Oh, there's another one. Oh, yeah, seed depth, if I can get it out, is pretty good. Pretty uniform rows, so no, going in pretty well. 72 hectares in this paddock, so yeah, we're sort of just trying to shuffle plans around, so there's no, as I just said before, there's probably no super panic to push it into the night. The way the chemical we've put down, we've got plenty of time to get it incorporated, so yeah, we'll just chip away at it, and yeah, whether I get up early, I've got a meeting this up at 5, so in town, so whether I just get up early and come out and get into it. So but yeah, we'll go and have a look at this next job anyway and give you a look at it. Alright, so a while ago I did sort of mention, and I did have one of you guys comment that we had something on the horizon, and yeah, someone suggested it might have been some black cattle, which we might get to that one day, not just right at this very point in time. But what we've actually done is we've bought another farm. So this has been in the pipeline for a little while. We have been doing a bit of work here, but until we actually signed up, or everything was paid for and that sort of thing, I just wanted to keep it quiet, or keep it from you guys anyway. But yeah, we have been working a bit of country up here, and yeah, just slowly cleaned a bit of stuff up. So the plan is, so we're nearly 130 hectares, so another 320 acres. But the kicker with this block is it backs on to our home place, and then it also links into one of our other blocks, or what we call our dairy block, if you've been watching along for a while. It's not actually a dairy farm, but it used to be. So it links the two together. So as far as for moving livestock, I'll go that way so I'm not looking into the sun. For moving livestock and machinery, we were always a bit snookered with that other block, because we'd been going through a neighbour's place. They'd been good enough to let us, there's a drain that runs through that comes from our place into their place, and we've been driving up and down the drain there for a while now. So this now gives us, pretty well exclusive access. We can shift machinery but yeah, the main one was the livestock. It's going to mean we can utilise that block a lot better for stock. So the plan is here. It came with some water as well. Actually, we had to buy the water. It wasn't given to us. So there's about 400 megalitres of water was included in the sale. So we will develop this in time. Whether we look at putting a lateral irrigator up or another pivot up or something like that, we're just gonna probably fill a lot of the irrigation infrastructure's been let go. So we're going to come in and essentially fill everything in, pull all the fences out, and we'll start from scratch. So it's a rectangle shaped block, so a lateral would work pretty well here. So this is the last block for us to sow. We had the agronomist here this morning. We've got a bit of couch grass. It was predominantly just a grazing block. This guy used to trade a few lambs and some cattle and that sort of stuff. So predominantly grazing. So it's got a bit of couch grass and that sort of thing. So when we did work this up, it didn't do a super good job because the ground was pretty hard and we didn't have enough rain. So now we've had a bit more rain. We're actually we're going to spray it all, give it a good dose of Roundup, and then where it's got a bit of the heavy couch grass, the seedbed for wheats, we're going to say wheat in here, the seedbeds are not great. So yeah, we're going to hit it with our little heavy offset disc, and then we'll speed till it all again. And yeah, I've actually got an earth moving contractor coming tomorrow. I didn't know how we were going to go. I'd sort of thrown my hands a little bit in the fact of getting channels and that sort of stuff pushed in, but I can just show you where my ute is so you get a bit of an idea. Yeah, so it's sort of gone away from the idea of trying to get much done in the way of filling channels in and that sort of stuff before we get the crop in, but because we've got it's gonna work it up again and do a bit of that sort of stuff. I just reckon we might try and have a crack at some of it. So yeah, so the channels are, you know, the outlets are all sort of done, and channels haven't been kept up, so a lot of the fencing's sort of about buggered anyway, so we're just going to pull it out and start afresh, and yeah, whether we go down the path of a lateral irrigator or something. I have spoken to a surveyor. They have come and looked at it and given us a price on doing some surveying, so we just need to, once we get something out of the way, we'll look at that. But what we are doing, we're actually going to sell one of our outer blocks out further, so just consolidate a little bit and get our country a bit closer together. We've travelled out there for a long time, but we do have a block, it's a 500 acre block for sale, so we're sort of swapping. We are coming back a little bit in acres, but we're hoping, theory is, if we can get this developed, we'll have a lot better productivity here, and obviously next door, but with the irrigation, we've got the capacity then to grow corn or, high yielding winter crops and that sort of stuff. On the western side of it, there is a bit of country that has been lasered before, so the plan is, it's got a lot of bulrushes and that in it at the moment, so, and I'll show you what a bulrush is. It's a sort of a water sort of weed, spinnicky sort of thing. I'm actually going to mulch. I mentioned we're going to get on a higher mulcher, so we're going to mulch it, and then plan is we'll fallow that and possibly re-laser it, and get it organised to put corn, or I'm even half thinking if we get all the soil tests done, it may even be suitable for rice. So if we could put rice in there, it actually, the numbers, as I've spoken about, the numbers come up pretty well for the rice job too. So, and from a management point of view, rice would be a bit easier. So anyway, there's always something happening. But so to one of you guys who suggested black cattle, well, I've got a few ideas in my head for black cattle. So they might come one day, and Sarah would love some cattle. We have had cattle in the past, but we're sort of mainly sheep, but it does have a little house on it. Probably can't see, there's a little good 3-bedroom house, I think, that's had a few renovations done on it, and a little shed, and it's got a little shearing stand in it. Pretty basic set of sheep yards and a set of cattle yards. So, if we had sheep over next door, we could bring them here to sort of manage them. There is a bit of an area behind the sheds there that we may be able to set a little feedlot up in. So we've got a few ideas. It's pretty exciting. So anyway, that might do for this one. So yeah, we'll try and, now we're starting to back off a bit, we'll try and get a bit more regular again with them, keep you guys in the loop as to what we're doing. So all right, thanks again, we'll see you on the next one. Ta-da.